In this lesson, we'll be going through the cosine rule. So now, in the previous lessons, we have dealt with the sine rule as well as the area rule. And this time, we are now focusing on the cosine rule. So it's in rare cases where you will be asked to use the cosine rule. Okay, they won't ask you to use the cosine rule, but you will have to apply it. But it's in rare cases where you will be able to use this cosine rule. First of all, one tip: before you go for the cosine rule, make sure that the sine rule cannot work. But if the sine rule can work, then go for the sine rule because it's a bit simpler. Suppose we are given triangle ABC. This triangle ABC. We have said that the side opposite to angle A will be shown by a small letter A, and the side opposite to angle B will be shown by a small letter B, similarly small letter C. Let's say we know sine A. Okay, so angle A is known. So if A is known, this is what we're going to do. The cosine rule will go like this. Because A is known, you will start with A. It will say that A squared is equal to, okay, remember this thing here is the angle. It's the angle A. We are knowing the angle A. Angle A will be equal to the sum of the square of the sides which are in between this angle. So this will be B squared plus C squared minus 2BC multiplied by the cosine of angle A. That is if we know angle A. If you have got BC, even here we'll have BC. Take note of that. And now let's say we know angle B. So I'm just going to erase that. Okay. Now let's say angle B is known. So angle B is known. The cosine rule will now start with B and will be B squared is equal to, because angle B is this one here, which two sides are between angle B? Well, it's A and C. Therefore, you're going to add A squared and C squared. And this will be A squared plus C squared minus 2. Remember I said if here it's AC, even here we're going to have times AC. Then multiply by the cosine of the angle which is known. That is angle B. So make sure you understand this. Now let's say we know angle C. I'm just gonna, must I erase? No. Okay. Let's say we now know angle C. Angle C is known. So now because angle C is known, we're going to start with C. And the angle will be this one. So we're going to say that C squared is equal to, we're going to add the square of the numbers of the two sides in which this angle lies between. Well, it lies between A and B, and therefore will be A squared plus B squared minus 2, and then it's AB multiplied by the cosine of angle C. Please don't cram this. Don't be used to using ABC. Sometimes they can give you triangle XYZ. Okay, let's see if we'll be able to determine the cosine rule if given triangle XYZ. Let's say we're given triangle, actually let me say MRP. The side opposite angle M will be small letter m, and so will be small letter r and small letter p. Suppose we know angle P. Give the expression or the formula for the cosine rule if angle P is known. Well, because we know angle P, we're going to start with P squared. The P squared is equal to, which two sides are between angle P? Well, it's R and M. Order doesn't matter, so you can start either with M squared or with R squared. Minus 2, because you have got MR, you're going to say MR as well. Then multiply by the cosine of the known angle. I hope it's clear. Let's do some practice problem to see if we can be able to apply this. And I'm going to erase here. Suppose you are given triangle XYZ. So we're given triangle X, Y, and Z. And let's say the angle here, let me use a different color for the angle. Suppose the angle here, it's angle 30. And we're given the side 5 and 4. Okay, so the side opposite angle X will be small letter X, and this one will be small letter Z, and this one will be small letter Y. So the question says find the side X. Well, we can use the sine rule. Actually, let's do it in both cases. The sine rule, no, the sine rule can't work. No, the sine rule won't work. Okay, in order to use the sine rule, we know that the sine rule goes as sine X over X is equal to sine Y over Y is equal to sine Z over Z. We are given Y, we are given Z, we are given sine X, and we are looking for X. Notice that it can't happen. At least we must have one of the angles, either angle Y or angle Z. So in order for you to use the sine rule, we must have at least one angle, and we can determine the angle, but because there's something simpler which we can use, we can use the cosine rule, and that was the main objective here. Then let's use the cosine rule. Because we are given angle X, because we are given angle X, our formula will start with X and will be X squared is equal to the two sides which are between angle X is Y and Z. So it will be Y squared plus Z squared minus 2YZ, the cosine of the given angle X. So what is Y? Y is 5, and this will be 5 squared, plus Z, which is 4, and this will be 4 squared, minus 2, Y is 5, Z is 4, and multiply by the cosine of angle 30. Okay, it's angle 30 there, so it's a cosine of angle 30. And let's get the sum and the difference here. This will be 5 squared plus 4 squared minus 2, 4 times 5, cosine of 30, and that gives us 34.82994.2. Because it's not our final answer, don't round it off. Then to get the final answer, this is x squared, but we're looking for x, so we're going to square both sides. So we introduce the square root both sides, and then x will be the square root of the answer there. You can say square root of all that, and you'll get 5,90 units, and that is the side x. So in short, when you are finding a side whereby you are given two sides and the angle in between the two sides, use the cosine rule. But if it's possible for you to use the sine rule, then go for it. So because here it's 5.90, can we determine angle y there? Well, let this be the last thing. Let's do angle y. Okay, so what are we given? We are given the side x and we are given the angle x. So this means that we can say that sine x so we have sine x over x. Because we're looking for y, we're going to say that sine y over y, and sine x is simply sine 30 over x, which is 5.90. We just found it now, and we're looking for sine y, so it's sine y over y, which is 5. So sine 30 is half, so if we do cross multiplication, we'll have 1 times 5 is equal to 5 5.90 multiplied by sine y. Let's see if we can work this out. So what is half of 5? Is 2.5. So 2.5 is equal to 5.90 multiplied by the sine of angle y, and divide both sides by 5.90, and then sine y will be equal to 2.5 divided by 5.90. I don't love rounding off before the final answer because it makes your answer a bit inaccurate. So to get y by itself, you have to take the arcsine of y. So this is the arcsine of 2,5 over 5,90. And then let's see what is our angle y. So the arcsine of 2,5 divided by 5,9 is 0,44. Well, it's quite a small number, but it's 0,44 degrees. So make sure you are able to do these things, and feel free to ask in the comment section if you don't understand. Maybe I might, or one of the people might answer you. Thank you for watching.